All right. So today we had a wonderful, marvelous day, right? So let's break this down. Obviously, we had got a crazy move down, right? Let's see where 930 is. 930 is literally right here. So what we get? We get a sweep of internals right here, right? Leaving some relative displacement lower. Hit the fair value, drop lower. Hit the fair value, drop lower. And then you see how we kind of just do a nasty ass move down. You see how we just, this is horrible price action. But we ended up going down to a zone, right, that we looking for it to get some bullish order flow, right? And this is where we got our play. So we was actually patient all the way to 1055, right? This is when the play actually presented itself. So right here we get a change in state, move up to this zone here, right? I originally took my first loss right here because I was being real hot boongy right here. So I was expecting this zone. You see how it's holding, right? It's holding here. You see how with the retest, retest, retest. So this is where I got my first long at. Stop loss literally right below this inverse. So ended up getting stopped out. Small loss. Cool. Came back down, respected this zone, right? Nasty respection. You see the respect? I said nasty respection. Nice respect. You see how it's respecting it perfectly. Look how it's staying in the upper half of PD arrays. Exactly what you're looking for. Then we get a rally. So now let me delete this zone right quick. So we get a nasty little consolidation right here. Right? A lot of chop, a lot of chop. But look at it. You gotta look closer. What are we actually doing? Right? What are we actually doing? We're literally holding this inverse that's right here. Right? Look at the bodies. Bodies are in the upper half. See the bodies? All the bodies are in the upper half. Remember, because the wicks do the damage, but the bodies tell the story. And then we get our favorite play, a mitigation. Well, one of our favorite plays. We got a low, high, higher low, higher high, retest. This is where I took my long position. Called a nasty trade right here. Stop loss is literally right below. So I wasn't even targeting a lot. I wasn't even risking a lot. Targeting these highs right here. And as you see, literally worked out to perfection. Let's break this down. Got my long right here. First of all, we got a change in the state. So this is how I manage the trade. Look at the change. I'm sorry. Look at the change in the state right here. Remember, the most sensitive part of the order block slash change in the state is from the top wick to the opening price. And you see I extended that. And you see how we got a close, nasty retest. Look at that. Lovely price action. Look at that. Now we got the down close candle supporting price higher. Exactly what you want to see if you're in bullish order flow. And then right here, we had got a change in the state coupled with a fair value gap. And look how perfectly this zone took us to the high. So we was able to put off about 64 points, risking 11. So we actually had a 5.6 R trade. Marvelous. And on this trade, if I would have stayed in on this trade and didn't basically get scared out the trade, not get scared out. If I would have left my stop loss where it was supposed to go, which it would have literally been at this low. You see what I'm saying? Risking 44 points. The problem is I didn't want to risk. I didn't have the account size to risk 44 points. You see what I'm saying? So one loss, one win, ended up hella green on the day. Right? So we got a sweep of sell side liquidity, right, into a key area. Then we got bullish order flow, pull it back to an inverse fair value gap. It stayed in the upper half. That's bullish order flow. Remember, you don't want to see candles come into the lower half of P arrays. That's not bullish, right? That's not bullish. So you see how it's staying in the upper half of the P arrays. Exactly what I'm looking to see. We get a rally, another rejection, right? We got so much trend line liquidity. Then what do we get? We get another consolidation, right? in the upper half. Look how all of the candlesticks are in the upper half. Remember, because the wicks do the damage, but the bodies tell the story, right? It's doing a lot of bullshit, but it's not disrespecting the things that we're looking at. So that's most important. We get a rally up, then you get the retest long, targeting this unmitigated zone coupled with this short-term high that's right here. And that's how we made our play. Kind of was simple, but then again, it's just experience is what that makes it kind of simple, right? So yeah, done for the day. That's my trading recap. That's the play that I caught today. I went over my loss. Hopefully you guys can learn, right, from my mistakes, which is stop anticipating, stop being hot boongy. Do the dawn. Do you know what the dawn is? The dawn is, I gave it a name. The dawn is patience. Let it do the dumb shit, right? Once it start expanding, like all of this shit is the dumb shit, right? This is how I jumped in because I was too hot boongy, right? I couldn't stomach the anticipation. So I jumped in. Yes, it worked out. But the times when it don't work out, you lose so much more money. So that's why I say just do the dawn, which is be patient as possible. Once you see it expand away, now you can get in. Because it did everything already. You're not anticipating no more. Right? So you want to wait for it to leave, wait 1 or 2 candles, and then the moment it come back down, any zone you can get in. Because now you're late, but you're correct. I'd rather you be correct and late versus what the shit I do, be early, hot boongy, and lose faster. So be more patient. You know what I'm saying? It will literally play out in your favor because there's so many plays that I anticipated it and got in early, and Don actually waited and was waiting. He was waiting for everything to happen, and then he let it leave. He let it displace away, and then he get in. See what I'm saying? So, anyways, I hope y'all got some good information. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and keep becoming the person to do the thing to eventually have that motherfucker. Cause I'm gonna get that motherfucker. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna get that motherfucker. And I'm going like that. Let's get it.